Yeah, it's your boy E3, son of the legendary Godfather, gangster rap, Eric Easy, right? And yeah, you rockin' with NUGL TV. You know, we rich and ruthless, baby. Once again, NUGL TV, rich and ruthless, baby. We choose to keep it real. Really though.
What? I said a one.
She just went off right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you hear the freestyle flow?
Yes.
That was on time.
Listen, sometimes it just flows. You got to go with it. It gets up in you.
That's the rhythm. You had the rhythm. I'm like, is that something? Is that a remix?
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
Man,
Just goes with it.
you are ready. Thank you. Hey, just give it applause for that.
Round.
That was nice, natural. We're back again, NUGL TV Live again, back in the city of
Chino. Back in the beautiful city of Chino.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly. Today we bring in a special guest, and I have my homegirl, Jessica, next to me today. Thank you. Hi, Jessica. How you been?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Our show.
I love it. Our
It's NUGL.
show.
We work for NUGL.
We
do
work
our
for
thing.
NUGL, but
You know,
this is our show.
We participate with each other. We got a lot of things going on. How was your weekend?
my weekend was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, actually. I went to a little festival, had some fun, and then prepped a lot for today, which is great.
You've been
and today, yeah, I've been working, man, working like crazy. And today we have the pleasure of having Miss Jenae Alt.
Jenae Alt.
Girl.
Wow, it's an honor. I've been hearing so much about Jenae.
She's doing big
AKA
things.
the skinny queen. Let's
Yes,
get it right.
Queen. And you have today?
Well,
She's got a couple of different things we're going to talk to you about. So I would like to talk to you about Dime. I'd like to talk to you about SkinnyWeed. You've got a lot going on your plate. You have a new podcast coming out. So first of all, why don't we just take it back a second and tell people who Jenae Alt is? Because
Beautiful.
you've got a resume on you, girl. Like, first of all, I've known her for all the years.
Straight up. We don't
All
say
the
how
years.
many years. Exactly.
We've known each other for all our years.
all of the years. I've been born again a couple times. Don't tell anyone.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So give us a little bit about you.
Well, every night I put myself in a casket to go to sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I come look?
I sleep upside down sometimes too. Is that something wrong with that?
It keeps the skin youthful.
So I have wings. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're black, depending on what I feel.
It doesn't matter.
Jenae, wow, a small town girl with big time dreams. And I used to grow up thinking that cannabis was the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, true.
And
That's what they made it seem like.
now I think of it's God's gift to us on this planet.
Thank you.
And I am here to be the biggest advocate for CBD. And I've lucky to find something that came to me,
Yes.
SkinnyWeed.
Wow.
But besides SkinnyWeed is just a derivative of my mission to make sure that people understand the medicinal properties and what CBD can do for you.
Beautiful. That's the main thing. That's why when I got the call, Jessica was explaining that to me. I said, I'd definitely get her on the show.
Yeah.
I definitely need to hear about that because I'm an advocate of CBD. We both are.
Absolutely. Huge
We both
advocate of
are.
CBD.
We absolutely are.
Yeah.
It has a bad rap, and it makes me sad because, back when we're in the fight against lumber and hemp lost.
Right.
And today we're fighting again. And I see so many laws and so many things shut down. And, when I bring up CBD to people, they just look at me like, you mean that pot?
Yeah.
And the fact that people still say that today,
Yes.
just even that statement makes me go, we have so much further we need to go, but
Right.
yet people aren't opening those doors.
Yeah.
Do you have a question? Do you think the government has opened its doors more to hemp now
Because of the money,
because of the money?
Right.
not because of the medicinal.
Yeah, right.
And listen, I'm not trying to go up against the government
Yeah,
or
that's
be
true.
this person that the government's bad.
Right.
But when you just have to look at facts,
Mm-hmm.
Well, when
And-
something like CBD can really put things like morphine and Vicodin and, all of these different
Out of
medicines that are
business.
used for sleep and inflammation and pain. And if it can replace those things, there are a lot of companies are going to go out of business and a lot of gigantic conglomerates are going to go down, and they don't want that. So again, I'm not going up against the government or anything.
No, we're
but,
not. No, I see them. I'm not cutting nobody
But
off.
there's benefits.
I see them And I know a couple of companies, Philip Morrison being one, that owns over 102, almost 200,000 acres of land, and they're actually cultivating hemp as we speak, because they know in the future, once the government opens up that door, they'll probably have first dibs at actually putting smokable hemp CBD on the shelves of the major retailers, the liquor stores, because they already have vendor accounts with these people. So the tobacco industry is crashing, but they're moving towards this, and they're doing it silently. So when we, as connoisseurs and business people in this business, when we decide to try to go up against that, I think we'll have a little pushback there.
I think there is a fight, definitely. There's a war going down, and I see a passion in you. There's just a drive in you, girl. What exactly is the fight that you're fighting?
I'm sorry, but humans are really dumb. As us as species, like, we actually believe what we listen to on the news, but yet we won't go and study.
Right.
History books are there and written by people that are the greats of our time, but we won't read them. Well, and I feel like we'll fall on our face, but the evidence is what you fell on. It's just you have to look.
Yes.
And I've learned so much about this plant, and I've grown. And as a species, you're evolving or you're digressing. And if you knew something was so good, yet you wouldn't try it and it doesn't kill anyone, but yet all the things that we're doing as a society it's like knowing that you have the golden juice or have this thing, but no one will try it. And I just don't know how to wrap my head around it.
Right.
Then it comes down to knowing what you're taking.
Yes.
Trusting the system, knowing if the company's got a third party testing, and all these things for just the average folk that doesn't know, is that pot?
Yes.
They might buy something and then it doesn't do anything for them, or really it was just a M3T oil that didn't have any CBD in it.
Or it's the wrong kind. And
Or it's the
not
wrong
medicinal for
kind.
what they need, yeah.
And they lose hope. So I'm just one of the ones that I truly believe that we still have a chance with this.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel I want to be the voice for people to be like, there are good companies out there, especially you guys are having Cali FX on here.
Right.
Their products and their oils and the founder behind what he believes is amazing. And, even with SkinnyWeed, it comes down to, is it a reputable brand?
Yes.
Right? Do they have third-party testing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
So let me ask you about SkinnyWeed. So
Sure.
tell us, for people that have no idea what SkinnyWeed is, just start at the beginning when you get to the end stop, girl.
SkinnyWeed is like, basically I've cured the munchies.
Oh,
That's
wow.
huge. Because I swear to God, that's why a lot of girls don't smoke. I know, maybe I don't know about guys, but I know for girls, it's like, well, if I smoke, it's like, but then I'm going to want to eat this and that. We're going to eat Mexican food by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So what have you done to cure that?
Yeah, and cure is like, you really can't really say that. But when I'm talking about munchies, I'm talking about the munchie monster. And everybody knows what that munchie monster looks like. And when he's talking to you, it ain't no chick with tits or whatever standing in front of you who's going to stop that fucking from wanting to eat. So when I'm getting down and I want that cheeseburger, it's time. I'm telling you, I'm the SkinnyWeed. Nothing would fight that off until I ran into these doctors that had this formula that they worked 14 years of research on this formula and over $5 million into this, and 2 patents and numerous trademarks. And just something that they worked on the science to abolish the side effects. So we all know when we take appetite suppressants, the reason why people don't like it is they get the jitters, or they're spiked in their insulin levels, or the sweats, or anxiety, or they have, some people break out with hives, some people overheat, all these things. But we're like, wow, we got to be thin. We want to do this. These doctors worked on a formula to make sure that the only side effects are positive. So you get natural energy.
Love it.
Homeostasis, where your body, and these are just, we have anecdotal evidence. We have science behind it. And it's just what I found in our research is people, when you take this product, it helps you burn fat.
Wow.
It helps metabolism. It gives you natural energy. It helps with men's libido in the evidence. So I just wanted to be part of something. CBD never killed anyone. At the end of the day, even if you just get a little boost in your day and you're taking something natural, cruelty-free, vegan, organic, what do you have to lose, right?
How do you actually take it? Do you take it in the morning or at night or with meals, or what's the...
You take it in the morning on an empty stomach, because cannabinoids, they're something that they want to know. If we had to make it like a person, like if we were talking about CBD, it likes to go in your body and figure out what's wrong. And when you're empty stomach, wake up in the morning, your system is getting ready to run. If you put CBD in your body, it wants to go in and make your body at homeostasis, take down inflammation, calm. That's why it works with people, right?
Yes.
So if you take it on an empty stomach, your first thoughts and your whole body is just going to run as like a car.
Yes.
When the motor is running perfect, right? Systematically just running. We don't have to worry about it. It doesn't crash. It doesn't burn. It doesn't have spikes. It doesn't go low. That's what CBD SkinnyWeed can help you with.
Okay. So it's not just, doing my research. So you have a dietary supplemental form of it. And is that capsule?
Capsule.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to, the reason why we had it as a capsule is we wanted it to get into your system, right?
Right.
And we wanted, it has time release technology behind it.
Yeah.
And where it releases at a certain time. And so every 5 hours, your body is constantly giving itself skinny, right?
Wow.
So you take it every 5 hours. It lasts up. It's got time release throughout the day. Then you take another one, and you really only have to take, depending on how much your diet goals are.
Yes.
Like if somebody that wants to lose a little bit more weight would start out with 2, but to somebody that's trying to maintain, you would, or just use 5 pounds, you would just take 1 to 2 a day.
Okay.
Like me, right now I weigh 113 pounds. I'm 5'4". I just turned 45.
You hear me?
I'm like, look at the camera. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Right? I know.
It's
And
CBD.
That's woman goals.
It's CBD. I put it on my face.
Yes.
I take it. I eat it. I have sex with it.
Yes.
I smoke it.
Yes.
I don't care what it is, but if CBD was a man, I'd worship it.
Straight up.
Pour it on. Pour it
Wow.
on. So who's your target market? Who do you mainly advertise to?
Well, because SkinnyWeed, 70% of America is overweight, and most of them are dying from COVID. And if people really looked inward inside themselves and realized, I understand there's a vaccine and everybody has to choose a right. But we are not living in the 1940s when grandma would come out with vitamin C and say, drink this, a cup of OJ. And then you would be like, thanks, grandma, I'm fine now. We're not in that society anymore.
Right.
And so modern medicine has brought us to CBD, and we have a purpose on this planet to give it to people that are less than, or that need this kind of science and can have this medicine for them, and it's right there in front of us. And I'm going to be one of the ones that let people know that this is out there for them. I'll never give up.
Oh no, you don't have to give up.
I will walk down naked down Sunset and just write CBD cured me if I could.
Let me know when you're going to do that. Okay.
We'll do a show about it. We'll follow you on the camera.
Yeah.
I knew I would get on here, and all of you listening, listen, I know I'm rambling, but let me just say this. If you go on buy some CBD, you can private message me. Go to Jenae Alt, SkinnyWeed, any of the people or the show, NUGL, Cali FX. They would love this. Write us, ask us questions, want to know about CBD, and we'd love to write you because we are a community and we grow together, we learn together, we feel together, we fight together. And I really want to do this fight with all of you. CBD never killed anyone, but we have killed each other. And so all I'm saying is if you just try it, buy some CBD, look for the COA, do your part, write me back, tell me if it didn't work. I will give you some. I just really want us to be moving out of the pandemic and looking at this plant and looking at it as the righteous one.
The passion, though, dude, the passion.
You see how,
I love it.
See how the passion
Really?
is being monetized, and used in a positive way
Yeah.
for the greater good of life.
Yep.
I care about people. I was a selfish little fuck.
Okay.
I was like, I still sometimes have tendencies of selfishness just because I grew up I grew up on the streets young, came from a really broken family and kind of had to raise myself. And I learned the hard way, but being around good people as you grow older and you learn what it's really like to fight for something. And once you realize that there's really things out there that can cure people and you can do some good, no matter how of a bad fuck I was, nothing can ever make you feel better than helping someone.
See, that's the key because of what your journey was coming up as a young lady in your environment, wherever that environment was, whether it was in the
It
suburbs.
was alcoholism.
Okay, alcoholism. I mean, everybody has
My
some
mom was, my dad was, my brother was.
a journey, and you're not an
Yeah.
alcoholic.
No.
Same as me. My father was an alcoholic drug addict, and I chose not to follow in those footsteps. Like, no way, I don't want to be seen that. And whatever he's drinking is tearing him down. So I
Yeah.
stayed away, and I made a positive person out of that. But
I
your
want to
passion-
clarify though.
Clarify.
I want to say, I hate saying this just because I can't drink anymore. It's been going 5 years now.
Good.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Yeah,
I
congratulations.
got a
God.
blood disorder where the alcohol was turning into a poison, so I
Okay.
couldn't drink it anymore.
Okay.
Wow.
But it also wasn't really the best thing for me either.
Absolutely.
But just not even that, just being a part of this whole journey in life and where we're on as a planet. If I can take my life and be an example and my hurt and pain can bring good and understanding and make somebody feel like, wow, somebody's been through that shit too.
Yeah.
I am here and want to serve the plant and my Lord.
That's a beautiful thing. Let's give it up to Jenae. And just that energy and that passion, how it came to fruition of her life, your life, going through the trials and tribulations. I mean, we all have. And it's like a vortex. It's like they can shoot you out the back or you can rise to the top, and you definitely rise to the top. Start the 30-day skinny challenge. What is that about? What was that?
Oh goodness, that was, to me, it still is and was, and it's going to be, is a challenge. And I think what it is with, no matter what you put in your body, if your mind's not right, your life's not right.
Absolutely.
Let me say that again. No matter what you put in your body, if your mind's not right, your life's not right. So some of the things that I like in science and as we evolve is when you start to live good and feel good and think good, everything just starts to flow, right?
Absolutely.
So just with the 30-day challenge with SkinnyWeed, it's a 30-day challenge to understand who self is. Because when we understand who we are, we can consciously take an inventory to change our lives. Because even though we're taking something, old habits never die,
No, they don't.
right?
At one point, you have to kind of go
They
through
float around. Yeah.
go through the fish, the fish aquarium of your life, and scoop out the gunk. You know what I mean?
Right?
Decide what parts you don't want of you anymore. Decide what you want to add to it. But that has to be a conscious decision for sure.
Well, another thing too is, okay, this'll trip you out. Take this in. So think about where you got locked down, right? Let's just say I believe in God. We had a moment here where you have a conscious, where you could go, I'm just going to fuck off and just still be the same person, or I'm locked down and I'm going to take a conscious inventory and I have nothing else to do, right? Given me this time, we're being paid by the government. You can't leave your house. You're just sitting there. Why not work on yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
That happens.
Right? You listening? You going to work on yourself? Now imagine if there was a pill that gave you that same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What if there was a pill that said, guess what? I'm going to take care of your cravings. I'm going to take care of your urges. I'm going to give you some energy. I just want you to focus on yourself.
Yes.
So the 30-day challenge is because SkinnyWeed actually goes in and it starts to give you that place where you're not going to crave things, or you're tired, or you're depressed because you're tired, because it gives you natural energy. I want 30 days you're thinking of you.
Absolutely.
30 days we're changing you. What do you do? What do you eat? What do you like? What do you say?
Wow. I got to give
I'm on it.
30 days.
I'm on it.
We're
Starting
gonna knock
today.
that one down.
What day of the month is it? Let's do it.
Some people, once you learn it, you can do it in like a week if you're really diligent. The first couple days of writing stuff down, you ask yourself, have I ever done this?
Absolutely.
Do I even know myself?
Yeah.
We think we do because we run around and we know everything we're going to say. Yeah. But when we sit down and we really know ourselves about how we talk to ourselves,
yes,
we really don't know.
Now, is there a website? How do we get the SkinnyWeed?
It took me, I had to fight. And let me just tell you, it wasn't an easy fight to get SkinnyWeed.
Okay.
I had to fight people. I actually had, certain celebrities that had to try to take it from me as well. And I'm SkinnyWeed. You're not taking it from me.
Right.
And the only reason is because I believe in this fight more than anything, and you're not taking that from me.
Got it. The distribution side of it, because we're in the cannabis. We have distribution. And I know how it was, to me, it was an uphill battle dealing with a distribution channel and that distributor believing in our brand. But I have to believe in his blueprint. I didn't care what kind of cannabis he used. As I got more into it, then there was a care factor, but the blueprint was created. And it seemed like it was very easy for him to get us into the retail chain. I haven't figured out how he did that, being a no-name, and then wind up being 2 years in 81 stores and constantly reordering. Right. And I go around and look at other brands and other celebrity brands, and they might be in 4 or 5 stores because the distributor is lacking the quantity for the supply and the demand.
Well, there's definitely some luck involved there because there's so many brands that have a hell of a time.
I know.
They just have a hell of a time.
Even SkinnyWeed.
Yeah. Well, I can't give out the blueprint, but what I've seen and me being a patient, what I've learned is being a patient. So I had to look at my brand as being a patient. What do I want? I want something affordable. I want something that's good. And I want something that's going to last me. So he took all of that and made it affordable to the patient. He made it affordable to the retail chain, to where the bud tenders was pushing it out because people come in with budgets. Mm-hmm. They come in with a budget. Like I dealt with a lot of college students. They would go to our Instagram and email me either a complaint or they would email props. And I would take that back to the distributor. Just I say college student, because it was one young lady. She said, "Hey, I don't know if it's going to get to the right person, but I've been purchasing your cannabis from this certain store in West LA, and it seemed like they kind of changed up because the last time I got some of this last month, it burnt fine, but this is tasting nasty, and you really been good to us." And I said, "Well, send me a picture of the packaging." The date you bought it and the location. Because I was concerned.
Yeah.
So what I did, she did that. And she was like, "Oh, wow, I've never got a response from anybody before. Thank you for the response." I knew that was good. So I went to that Stravinsky's in West LA on Fairfax, walked in there as a consumer, seen my product, looked at the pictures, seen what she bought, and I bought an 8th. They didn't know who I was. And I went and looked at it. Then I went to the distributor. I said, "Look, I don't know if somebody switched out on us, but I got a complaint from a college student. I want to reimburse her and give her another ounce," right? So I called her. She said, "Mary," I said, "Look, where are you located?" She said, "I'm in LA. I go to UCLA." I said, "Well, I'm not that far from you. Can you meet me?" She said, "Well, I'm actually in Hollywood right now, Hollywood Boulevard by Man's Chinese Theater." I said, "I'm 20 minutes away. Stay right there." And when she said, "You're a big A," yeah. But just that, listen to that feedback. She said, "I buy this once a month and I get an ounce for $125. And I like, THC levels over 25%. It's just good, So I learned that a lot of the new up and coming cannabis companies come in with this trying to be another cookie, $70 apes, $80 apes, and you're not known. And because you got a fruity looking packaging, doesn't necessarily mean that it's good product. You know what I mean? So I keep that blueprint. That's why I asked you, where can they get it? How is it possible? And what are your ups and downs about getting it to the stores or getting it to the people?
Well, SkinnyWeed, you can go to skinnyweed.com.
There it is.
SkinnyWeed.com.
Got it.
Got it. You can go there, and it's $64.20.
Okay.
And actually, Jessica, I have a box for you.
Jessica
I've been
gets a box.
super excited. This is why my 30-day challenge starts right now, you
Okay,
guys.
there it is.
So first of all, camera 1, camera 2.
Can a
Camera
camera
one,
big
camera
A
two.
can
Yeah, absolutely.
take a camera? I
That
love
is my
it.
baby.
The packaging is beautiful too.
Thank
Like you guys did a really
you.
good job with all of it.
So this is the capsules.
Yep. And
Wow.
what's great about the capsules too is when you take CBD and you take the right amount,
Yeah.
it doesn't. People always got that little thing like, oh, if I take CBD, it's going to mess with my high.
Yeah.
No.
No.
There's some occasions with CBD with the right mixture that actually helps your high and can give it longevity.
Yes.
So just depending on how we are upstairs, right?
Yes.
So it's CBD, and you get no because it is a full spectrum CBD. Sorry, broad spectrum.
Broad spectrum.
Broad spectrum. It has elements of different CBDs in it: CBD, CBG, CBN.
There it is.
There it
I heard
is.
about the CBGs and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got a proprietary blend, but you do not get high from this. It's hemp derived.
Yeah.
So you could sell this at Target. You
Yep.
can sell this at Sephora,
Yes.
Ulta, and
Okay.
sell it in Vegas, anywhere.
I knew that was $1 billion company. I told you that.
Yeah.
This is $1 billion company.
No,
Now
that's
it's even-
fantastic.
Yeah,
really,
it
I'm so
is.
excited to try it. I really am.
Right.
And what's great about it is if you do drink coffee like me and you're like a person that's like always jumpy or jittery, it makes it so it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Like
There you go.
then you're just drinking more coffee all day.
Yeah, perfect. I love coffee. Let's do it.
I just love coffee. But yeah, that's what it is. It's SkinnyWeed, the 30-day challenge. It's my passion. I really believe in the science behind it. It's nano. If anybody knows about nano, it's like
nanotechnology.
So for those of us
Yeah.
that don't know what nano is, or those of them or whatever,
yeah.
what is
so-
nanotechnology?
So I'm going to probably, just for me, that I know that it shrinks everything down to its purest form. So you don't have all the junk in it that you normally would have. So it makes everything where it's like clean like that. Your body just wants to absorb it like it's just God's gift to you. So it's almost like I like to cause like nano, like the portal to your soul.
Absolutely.
So
So there you have it.
I want to ask you too about this pen that you're holding right now. What is this?
So
Tell me about this.
I'm Jenae. I wear multiple hats. I am the founder of SkinnyWeed. I also work with Mademan. That's a CBD skincare line.
Okay.
I love that. It's
Which I'm
CBD.
also super excited to try.
Yes, and my partner in crime, Christine Smith, my ride or die, will be representing Mademan, and super excited about that. And then
Absolutely.
Dime Industries, which they have been a part of my life for a while, and we're working on a show called Crowns and Cannabis, and Dime is a part of that. Dime is to me the best vape. They won best vape this year by WeedCon.
Dime.
Dime
I seen
Industry,
that.
DIME
Yes.
Industries, and they have the best vape I've ever had in my life, distillate, and with 510 thread and just all of the different flavors and terpenes have won. Every one of them has won an award. Now they have resin and crumble and
Oh, yeah.
the one coming out like
yeah.
you can't touch this. It's Dime time.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
You know how the Terminator said, "I'll be back."
I'll be
Now
back.
it's Jenae saying, "What time is it?"
Done.
Time.
Health and willingness. SkinnyWeed. The byproduct of a young lady who has a passion to make sure that she's taking care of lives.
I care about people. We like, if at the end of the day, if I could just put, just drop a couple drops of CBD in you,
That's
send it on
it.
your head.
That's
Just
what it's
drop
about.
it.
That's
Drop
what it
it like
is.
it's hot. Just
That's
boom.
what it is.
Get
That's
those
what it is.
cannabinoids. I want everybody out there to say this cannabinoids.
Cannabinoids.
There we go. And the endocannabinoid system.
Yes, it is.
Endocannabinoid system.
Endocannabinoid system. You
There
want
it
to
is.
play with it. You want to feed it. You want to know it.
There it is.
I am super
And if you
excited.
guys want more information, make sure you tune in. Actually, click on the link on our Instagram. SkinnyWeed.com is there for you. It's a health and wellness product and a health and wellness website. I want to thank you again for stopping by our production facility, NUGL.
I love it, you guys,
NUGL,
what you're doing. This is amazing. The magazine, the mission.
Yes, it's a lot
There's
bundled
a
up
lot
with this.
coming up,
It's a
man.
lot bundled up with this. It has an entertainment side. It has a public trading side. It's just something that we bundled up, treasured, kept it together, able to get verified and keeping it positive. We want to thank you again for stopping by and giving us your life story.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
SkinnyWeed, that gives us enough time to wrap this one up, and hopefully you can come back and we can come see you. And if there's anything that Jessica and I can do in NUGL to get this word out,
Thank you.
we're going to make it happen. I want to thank you again for stopping by and spending some time with us.
Thank you so much,
Jenae.
Jenae. We love you.